We're still with Ms. Mulholland, but now it's time to shed the light on the climate summit in Sharm el-Sheikh. We will be joined by Nabil Negem, International Relations Analyst in Cairo. Thank you so much, Mr. Nabil, to be with us right here on KTV2 in the state of Kuwait.
Thanks for having me.
I can barely hear you. Could you raise up your voice, please?
Thanks for having me, sir.
Our pleasure.
Good evening.
In the beginning, how did Sharm el-Sheikh prepare for this summit?
Sharm el-Sheikh was up and running for almost maybe 6 months. Everything was mobilized to host almost 200 official delegates and over 100 head of states and prime ministers. So Sharm el-Sheikh was logistic-wise highly ready to host such international historical event.
How did the meetings of the first day of the climate summit go between the opening speeches and the meetings of the delegations?
I think the first day was going okay, and the main thing that the or the president of the summit, with the help of the former president, they managed to get the rights of the developing states into the agenda of the final negotiations. So now this summit is a quite historical because it is a matter of to be or not to be for the universe. Last maybe a week, there was a UN report coming out and saying that the developing countries has got to cooperate with the financiers and the industrial states, and the developing states, they need almost 1 trillion US dollar to finance climate projects. I think this summit is going to be a turning point in this issue. It's not only the $100 billion of Paris Agreement 2015. No, they're going to go one step further. That poor countries are asking the rich states and the oil companies to pay what they call or propose a carbon tax. For your own information, oil companies, they make almost 3 billion US dollar net profit every day, and in the meantime they are not helping this issue, which is the deterioration of the universe climate issue.
The summit witnessed demands for the necessity of moving from the stage of pledges to the stage of implementation. Is there an agreement between negotiating delegations on this path?
I think from the developing countries' point of view, there is an agreement. They are united to get the side which is causing great damage to the universe climate, get it into account, and they pay for the damage. From the other side, US and EU are open for discussion, but they are not officially willing to stand by such obligation. I believe very much. Now we are in the second or third day of the summit. We still have about, we are working till the 18th of the current month, and I believe very much the summit, the COP27 summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, is going to be a very turning point to the issue.
Let's hope so. Yesterday witnessed the convening of the Green Middle East Summit. How did you and sense the political will to realize this initiative through the worlds of the leaders? So what do you think about that?
It's a great move by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, to come up with such a green Middle East. We really have to lead. We have to lead in this issue because we don't want to come and get our shoulders to the wall. No, we have to lead by coming up with such positive initiatives, and the state of Kuwait has officially declared its support, its full support for such an initiative. And I believe very much, in the other hand, UAE and Egypt have got to an agreement of launching the biggest wind farm onshore in the world. And this project is going to be a quite big step in the way for a good climate in the earth.
How do you read the participation of the state of Kuwait with a high-level delegation in the climate summit?
Actually, Kuwait and the state of Kuwait is always a quite distinguished player when it comes to regional and international issues. And if you go back for the last 3 decades, you find the impact of the Kuwait contribution into regional and international issues is highly appreciated and highly welcome. I believe very much that the state of Kuwait and the government will play a quite distinguished role in this issue, and the coming days will see and welcome such steps from the state of Kuwait.
COP27 was launched with the wide participation of more than 190 countries amid great hopes that the world holds for this conference. What are the most important issues that will be highlighted in the conference, sir?
The most important issue is finance. Finance, finance. Rich should spend money to support developing and poor countries facing the repercussions of the industrial and development and the oil companies' activities. The damage which has been occurred to the climate is caused by the industrial countries, by the oil companies, and who is paying the price? The developing, and the poor countries. So the major outcome of this summit will be that the world is going to be facing the music and facing the realities that we cannot keep going this way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Negem. That was Nabil Negem, International Relations Analyst. We're still right here at KTV.